Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go.
All right. It is Countertop Politics. I am your host, David Washington of J.M. Washington LLC, your political innovators based here in Florida, the Sunshine State. All right, I got a good one here. And this particular episode speaks to what we've been saying for years now here at JNW and formerly at M&W, is that campaigns need to be decentralized away from the political parties. And so I had the opportunity to listen to the Downballot, a podcast that's available on most platforms with the two Davids. All right, yay, Davids. And so it was interesting. They were speaking with another David, David Weigel. He is an operative, a political insider with the Democrat Party. And please check him out on Twitter. Great information, whether you're a Democrat or Republican or anywhere in between. And he was interviewed and talked about the various difficulties that the Democratic Party is going through. However, he touched upon the Trump administration, the GOP, their messaging, and what made the Democrats unsuccessful and what made the Republicans successful, particularly President Donald J. Trump. And so, what stood out in this conversation, and please check it out, the Down Ballot, it was produced and broadcast, I believe, this past week. So, that would have been the week of Valentine's Day. So, that week. And there was something that made me think that supports our argument for the decentralized campaign and moving further and further away from the parties. And this is what Weigel was saying. He said that in 2016, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Representative Wasserman Schultz here in Florida, and the Obama administration worked together to try to strengthen the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. And Representative Wasserman Schultz was in charge of that and, from all purposes, did not do well. And so, what David Weigel was saying is that one of the things that was priority for the Democrats, and let me get my tablet here, one of the things that was priority for the Democrats was protecting their data. And the state parties and the DNC loyalists were very concerned about protecting their data from the Reid Hoffmans of the world. We talked about Reid Hoffman in past podcasts and also in the blog. But those folks who wanted to set up independent operations using their own data to sort of kind of improve their mindsets, their way of going about campaigns, and that was the DNC was not. They just weren't for that. They weren't in agreement with independent consultants coming in using the data that the DNC had at the time and improving upon it so that the Democrats are more relevant, are more competitive. And it's very disappointing to hear that. And then it hit me like, I get it now. Whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans, it's not because, oh, at the time, David may have been registered with this party or that party, or, J&W works with this particular client or that particular client with whatever political affiliation. I think it's that hoarding of information. I know it is. It's the hoarding of resources or lack thereof that maybe the parties may have. But with the Democrats, and I'll speak specifically to Democrats, that could be the case with the resistance with working with independent thinkers like Jay in Washington to have successful campaigns. And David Weigel goes a little bit further in talking about how Kim Martin, who was elected the DNC chair here in 2025, and Ben Winkler from Wisconsin, who led, the Wisconsin Democrats from, almost completely being torn off the political map by Governor Scott Walker and the Republicans, and helping them claw back and win very important races, specifically the race for the recent justice of the Supreme Court, restoring the Democratic balance for the Democrats in Wisconsin. But Ben Winkler, uh, he's he had a great idea, and he was hoping to strengthen the state parties. And you know, Winkler really, really believed that what was done in Wisconsin and building the party up, strengthening the party, and whether it's the rural areas or the urban areas, but tap into those billionaire dollars to successfully fund the resources and tools that the Wisconsin Democrats needed to become relevant again. And it worked. And so, the Democrats are always worried about this thing or that thing. And David goes on to say that, there were people who were worried that, they'll wake up one day, all of a sudden, there's some tech guy saying, I have a new operation that's going to hire my friends and it's going to take the DNC data, the state data, and then the state party is going to be out of luck. You know, that's sad, and it does boil down to relational politics, getting to your constituents, to your supporters, to your donors, and creating strong bonds with those individuals. And unfortunately, the Democrats are not doing that. And so I just wanted to say that as we invest in resources like AI, linear regression, predictive models, a stronger voter marketing database, a solid, well thought out, get out the vote, and name awareness strategy. We know here at J&W that as we move into a new age of politics, a golden era of politics, that things need to be done differently. Smart, however, differently. And decentralizing campaigns to where it matters the most, bringing campaigns closer and closer and closer to voters, constituents, citizens, residents will win campaigns. And our strategies prove that. I guarantee it. So, again, I'm David Washington. This is Countertop Politics. We really appreciate you all being with us, being the part of our community, Ubuntu, and we love what we do. And we show that by putting this content together for you all and making you all that much better at being a candidate, being a campaign consultant, a political advisor, or the bottom line, a more informed citizen. So please share this content and all of our content with your family, your friends, those influencers that you know, those candidates and electeds who you think may learn a thing or two from what we're talking about. So we'll see you the next time, and check us out. Don't forget our newest show, Gateway Advantage, with Ted Bogert. Yes, the Ted Bogert of The Ted Show. From the Margins with my dear friend and mentor, James Affont. Don't forget our flagship. Our flagship show is no longer, well, it's renamed. You can't make this shit up. It's now known as Ground Zero Florida. Check it out. Then, of course, you have the David Washington Show. And then, of course, come on back every Monday, 5 minutes or thereof of campaign insight, political innuendo, and of course, the secret sauce to winning strategies. I'm David Washington, and thank you again. We'll see you the next time. Love you. God bless.